Hello and welcome to the second channel. I have no idea what I'm going to post here or when I'm going to post here, but in my free time I like to make these little figures out of paper of Murderon's characters, and I show them off in community posts sometimes. And a lot of people ask me for a tutorial, and because I don't really think this fits on the main channel, why not be the first video on my second channel? And I don't think tutorial videos should have long introductions. Let's get right away to the first step. The first one is this most simple one. Just find a character you want to make out of paper and find a template for them, or you can make one your own, but this takes some artistic skill, and I know not all of you have the confidence to make one yourself. So by looking up Murderon's papercraft on Google or Pinterest, you find a dozen of different templates of official and even fan-made characters, and just pick the one you want. In this case I picked Jay because Jay is the only one of the main team I don't have yet. And the next step might be a bit difficult, but you have to print her out or trace the outlines on a piece of paper. The next two steps are very much optional, but I like to thicken the outlines a little bit so you can see it more clearly. Depends on what kind of printer you have and more. And the next optional step is to cut the figures out and put them on an extra thicker piece of paper, so the figure at the end is more stable. But you can also just cut it out and use the normal paper. This is up to your option. But if you're finished, it looks something like this, with a bunch of pieces all laying around. And you can split them up into two groups. Main pieces that are the same by everyone, and some special pieces or accessories, like I like to call them. Accessories can be different on every single different papercraft doll, but the main core pieces always stay the same, which are the head, the body, the arms and the legs. For some reason this papercraft doll doesn't have legs, but whatever. And the thing now is you just need to glue it together. I can't show it live because I don't have the recording set up to do so, but you can imagine it if I describe it to you. And if I show the step-by-step process, and you want to start either with the head and the body, and you want the white parts on the sides, there's the parts you glue, and those are then stuck together to form the basic cubes. And at this point I realize I don't have legs for Jay, but it's basically the same with the body, and you just glue all the parts together, and then you come to the accessories. Different papercraft dolls have different accessories, but the ones that are there twice and mirrored, you want to glue them both together. You want to do this for everything except the hair, because you want to put the hair in front and in the back of the character. But if you somewhat know what the character looks like in the original, you know where to put the extra pieces. Like in this case, I first have to put the smaller pieces of hair on them and then glue the big one on top of them. The tail obviously comes below the waist, and also the wings come on the back. And usually artists also make small indicators on their drawings. For example, here are little blue dots on the wings, on the smaller bits of hair, to know where to put them. And after everything dried up and it's ready to put on display. And last, I want to give some bonus tips. Like sometimes you see characters with side hair on the paper, then you easily can just add them while you're gluing the head together between the top part of the head and the side part of the head. And a lot of dolls has extra or special accessories, but most of them can be glued into the hands of the dolls and or the back. Like tentacles always come at the spots where the wings normally are, and other way around. Of course there are always exceptions, like I've seen entire papercraft sentinels, but if you go with the basic rules that you always glue the white parts together, you most likely will end up with something that you wanted. And this is a tutorial, but like the last thing I want to mention is that those papercraft dolls are really amazing because you can make as many as you want and it's for free. It's basically all the Murderon's merch you always wanted but never got. But with that, I hope you have a great day.